The old man's daughter made inquiries in the village, looking for someone to go there every weekday and keep an eye on him, to clean the place and cook something for his lunch and tea. He wasn't incapacitated, but he wasn't used to looking after himself. Marina needed the money, so every morning after she dropped Liam off at school, she made her way up through the churchyard and across the park to the square stone house on the corner where the old man lived. Rooks squawked, scattered out of the beech trees by the wind. Unkempt grass blew around the molehills. Swallows were dark scratches on the light. Marina was tall and athletic-looking, in black leggings and trainers and a pink puffer jacket, with a freckled face and a ponytail of tangled, curling auburn hair. She walked with a long stride, swinging her shopping bag, bent forward as if she were oblivious or shy, although she was well known in the village. She'd had plenty of little jobs doing housework and had worked in the dry cleaners before she was married. Reliable and thoughtful, an oddball who kept herself apart from the other mothers, she was just the right choice for handling a difficult old man. She told him that she had been looking at this house all her life. She'd passed it every day when she was a child herself, walking to school, but she'd never been inside before. She didn't volunteer this right away. She waited first to see whether he wanted her to talk. Her husband Gary had warned her that the old man and his daughter would be used to having black servants waiting on them hand and foot. But it wasn't really like that. Wendy had left South Africa and come to live in England before Marina was even born, and she said that she never wanted to go back. There was so much violence there now. And the old man didn't seem to be any kind of slave driver. He liked to sit and watch Marina work sometimes, but he always asked her courteously first whether she minded. "So, what do you think of the house, now that you're inside it?" he asked. "You've got a nice lot of space," she said, sitting back on her haunches, wiping her hot face on her arm. She was scouring the linoleum on the kitchen floor, on her hands and knees with a scrubbing brush and a bucket, because of the stubborn, greasy dirt. She told him that you could fit her whole house in his drawing room. When she was a child, this house from the outside, with its tall facade and many blind-looking windows, had seemed to stand for all the grandeur and beauty she could imagine. In reality, inside it was dingy and half-furnished, and needed a coat of paint. The kitchen and the bathrooms hadn't been altered in 30 years. In the kitchen she had to manage with a single stainless steel sink and no dishwasher. The previous owners had left some furniture in the upstairs rooms, but the upholstery was worn and grubby. The old man hadn't brought much from South Africa. They had plenty of money. Wendy's own place was as luxurious inside as pictures in a magazine. It was the old man's choice, his obstinacy, to live in the house without renovating it. He missed the sun, sitting with a blanket over his knees, even in warm weather. Although he was 89, he didn't look that old. He was thick-set with broad shoulders, his white hair sprouting up stiffly, his small eyes, lost under baggy eyelids, set far back above his flattened cheekbones. His face was expressive and ravaged, like an actor's. Marina imagined how hard it was for a man who must once have been so vigorous to accept this diminished life, using a cane to get around, with no one to command except her. He'd had to give up driving because of his glaucoma. Anyway, he had no friends to visit in this country, apart from his daughter. Because he talked about the vines that he'd tended in South Africa, and because he was so deeply tanned, his skin like tough yellow leather, Marina thought he must have been a farmer who spent his days outdoors. The vacuum cleaner died on Marina one morning while she was doing the stairs, and he told her to bring it to where he was sitting, in the room he called the office, poring over bank statements and bills. He had business interests, he told her, though he wasn't a businessman. He took the thing to pieces with a screwdriver on top of the desk, painstakingly, with trembling fingers peering at it through his magnifying glass. When he was concentrating, he stuck out the tip of his tongue at one